All right, y'all ready to go night-night?
Yeah.
We got some books from, say hey, baby.
Hey.
We got some books from the library yesterday. We got a lot. We got a stack here. I read a couple of library books every night, and I got another stack over there. This one's more important. These are Bible stories.
Yoda's dancing.
Okay, let's see where we left off. Okay, we are at Ruth and Naomi. Okay, good, because I can't see. I didn't know if my camera was going to let me do that. Elimelech lived in the little town of Bethlehem in Judah with his wife Naomi and his 2 sons. There had been bad harvest and everyone was growing hungry. To save his family, Elimelech took them on the long journey across the Jordan River to the country of Moab, where there was plenty of food. There, Elimelech's 2 sons grew up and married 2 girls named Orpah and Ruth. Then Elimelech died, and later the 2 sons also died. Naomi was left alone with her daughters-in-law when she heard that the crops were good again in Judah, and there was plenty of food. She longed to go back to Bethlehem and be with her own people. "Let us come with you," said Orpah and Ruth, and together the 3 women left their homes and began the journey back to Judah. They had not gone far when Naomi stopped and said, "You should stay here in your own country and find new husbands." The 2 girls didn't want Naomi to go on her own, but she insisted. At last, Orpah agreed to stay in Moab, and she kissed Naomi goodbye. Ruth begged Naomi, "Please don't make me leave you. I'll go anywhere with you. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God." So Orpah returned to her home, and Naomi and Ruth journeyed on to Bethlehem. When they reached Bethlehem, it was harvest time for the barley. Naomi and Ruth were very poor. To get food, Ruth walked out the fields each morning and picked up the barley and reapers had left behind. She ground it, give me that. She ground it to flour to make bread. She didn't know that the fields belonged to Naomi's rich relation, Boaz. Boaz saw Ruth in the fields. "Who is that woman?" he asked the reapers. "She came with Naomi from Moab," they said. When Boaz heard how kind Ruth had been to Naomi, he told her she would be safe in his fields and that she could drink all the water she wanted from his reapers' water jugs. That evening, Ruth told Naomi what Boaz said to her. Naomi was pleased because she knew that Boaz was a good, kind man. She also knew that at night Boaz slept near his fields to guard his barley crop from thieves. After Boaz had had his supper and is asleep, "Go in quietly and lay down at his feet," Naomi said to Ruth. Ruth did as her mother-in-law told her. When she crept in, Boaz heard her. "Who's there?" he asked. "It's Ruth. I've come for your protection," answered Ruth. "There is a man, a close relative of Naomi's, who should look after you and marry you. I'll talk to him tomorrow," said Boaz. Boaz talked to the man, but the man already had a wife and family and didn't want to marry Ruth. So Boaz married Ruth, and later they had a son. Naomi was delighted and very happy that God had given her a grandson. All right. That was a quick little story.
Jess, what are you doing? Get up.
Y'all want to read David and Goliath?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jace, you need to get back in your bed, buddy.
What's this?
All right, y'all know this story. What did David hit Goliath with?
A rock in the head.
That's right. Get in your bed, baby.
That's not funny.
Okay. David and Goliath. Ruth's great-grandson David worked on his father's farm. Looking after the sheep, although he was only a boy, he was strong and brave. He fought off bears and even lions when they tried to steal the sheep. Every day, he led the flocks out on the hills, finding the best grass for them. While he watched them, he often played lovely music on his little harp. He also became very good at firing stones with his sling. One day, David's father asked him to take food to 3 of his brothers, who were soldiers in the army of King Saul. He was the king of Israel, the kingdom of Israelites. For many years, the Israelites had been fighting the Philistines. Now King Saul's army was camped on one side of the valley. On the other side was the Philistine army. The two armies watched each other, neither daring to attack. One Philistine soldier was a giant of a man whose name was Goliath. That's right. He was immensely strong and wore a huge breastplate and carried an enormous shield and a spear. Every day he shouted across the valley to King Saul, "Send one of your men to fight me. Whoever wins the battle wins for the whole army. The losers will become servants of the victor." The soldiers in King Saul's army listened to the challenge, but none of them dared to go. When David reached the camp and was talking to his brothers, he heard Goliath shouting across the valley. He went to King Saul. "I'll go and fight him," he said.
Okay.
"You can't go. You are only a boy, and that man is a trained soldier," said King Saul. "I am not afraid. When I was looking after my father's sheep, I killed bears and lions. God saved me from them, and he will save me from Goliath," replied David. "You may go, and may God go with you," said King Saul, "but you must wear my fighting clothes and take my sword." David put on a helmet and a coat of chain mail and picked up a sword, but they were so heavy he could hardly walk. So he took them off again. "I can't wear them," he said. He picked up his shepherd's stick and chose 5 small stones from the bed of the stream. He put them in a bag, took his sling, and strode down the valley to meet Goliath. When Goliath saw David coming, he laughed. "Are you the champion? Come here, boy, and I'll kill you," he shouted. David walked on. "You have a sword, shield, and a spear, but I have God to help me," said David. He put one of the little stones in his sling, swung the sling around and around his head, and let the stone fly. The stone shot straight at Goliath and hit the giant right in the middle of his
Head.
That's right. Goliath fell down on the ground. David ran up to him and saw that he was dead. He had killed the Philistine. When the Philistine army saw their champion lying dead on the ground, they were so frightened they all ran away. King Saul's army chased them right up the gates of their city. With God's help, David had won a great victory for the Israelites over the Philistines. All right, boys. Well, tomorrow is Friday. We'll read this one on Monday night. Tomorrow's Friday. Are you excited the weekend's here? JC Pooh, are you excited the weekend's here?
Yeah.
Me too, buddy. Logan, you excited the weekend's here, baby? Okay. Well, it's time to go night-night. Yeah, you got Saturday and Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we love y'all. Hope everybody has a great night. And y'all be safe with this storm that's coming. But we don't have to be scared, because why?
God's here with us.
That's exactly right. God watches over us, doesn't he? All right. We love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Night-night.